people talk about the low end theory, most people think about a Tribe Called Quest classic album. But behind that sound was an engineer named Bob Power and a philosophy about bass that changed hip hop's mixing forever. Let's get into what I mean by that. Let's build our thesis and frame the idea. Early hip hop mixes were often crowded. Heavy drums, samples stacked on samples, and bass that often got lost in the chaos. But when Tribe linked with engineer Bob Power, they started shaping the sound where low frequencies weren't just present, they were intentional. The low end theory is basically the idea that the bass and the kick drum should be the foundation for the record, not something fighting for space. Instead of filling every frequency with samples, Bob Power carved out the room so the low end could breathe. That meant tighter EQ, cleaner arrangement, and drums knocked without muddying the mix. This meant the kick drum could punch, the bass line could sit warm underneath, and everything else, the Rhodes, the horns, the samples. And remember, this was the early 90s. This wasn't the modern digital mixing where you could throw plugins at any problem. Bob Power was doing this on an analog console, carefully shaping the frequency so nothing stepped on the low end. Why it worked. It allowed for Tribe's records to feel smooth, the drums to knock, but never feel harsh. The bass is deep, but it never overwhelms the song. It's balanced in a way that almost feels effortless. That's why records like Excursion and Scenario feel so different. The bass isn't just background, it's a character in the song. Q-Tip's production left space, Bob Power sculpted the mix, and the result was hip-hop felt jazzier, warmer, and deeper in the pocket. The lasting impact. This approach influenced generations of producers, from the Soulquarian era all the way to the modern boom bap revivalists. The lesson? Sometimes the hardest thing in music isn't adding more, it's knowing what to leave out. If this breakdown changed the way that you hear the low end theory, tap in, like, comment, and follow. And remember, Scheme Seekers, it's for the rap nerds.